very well. I'm going to shuffle them a few more times. The overall energy of this reading will be in the middle of the first part of the two-part reading. So Libras, what can you expect? Oh, what can you expect? Okay, well, the overall energy of your reading is the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is kind of a carefree energy. Sometimes it's like somebody who runs in and out of your life. They carry a staff of a lot of times new beginnings and fresh starts, and run out with a staff of passion a lot of times. But let's look around this reading. Let's find out why the Knight of Wands is surrounding your entire reading. Up here in your highest energy, these are the two highest energy cards for your reading, is the Knight of Cups. So you not only have the Knight of Wands, you have the Knight of Cups. It's like this person really sincerely does have feelings for you that runs in and out of your life. They actually have love for you, or they might be changing. I think you definitely have love for them here. And let's just read on. Next to the Knight of Cups is the Fool card. The Fool is right above the Knight of Wands. Yeah, you have feelings for them. Okay, all right. You know, but you're feeling like you're kind of throwing caution to the wind with this person. It's like you're taking a leap of faith in this person. The Fool is, dancing along with your head in the clouds, not looking forward, only looking up, living in the moment. It's a fun card, but you're falling in love, I think, with whatever this energy is. I think they also have feelings for you. So this Fool energy is right above the Knight of Wands. Now, they do live carefree. They do throw caution to the wind. That is kind of the way they are. But I feel like you're pulled into this, and you're developing feelings. And I think it's because we have the Two of Cups here. It's like your soulmates. Well, not like your soulmates. You are soulmates. We all have soulmates out there. This is soulmates with love. So see those cups of love, and best friends. So there's more to this relationship than just somebody running in and out of your life. There really is a strong connection, and there really is love between the two of you. Under the Knight of Cups over here, I have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is fire energy, so that'd be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Might be strong in your chart, might be strong around this reading. But this is you, and you're hanging on to this staff of new beginnings. Now, you've got your hand on your hip, like you're ready to move forward. You want to move forward from this energy, the Fool and the Knight of Wands energy, more towards a more mature energy. And you feel like you want to move forward with this person. Now, being that the King of Wands is next to the Knight of Wands, they might be changing too. They might be feeling the exact same way that you are, because this King of Wands holds that staff of new beginnings and fresh starts. It's also a staff of passion, but it's much different than the Knight of Wands. It's much more mature. So this Knight of Wands could be changing, the way they live their life because of the love that they have for you. So, next to the Knight of Wands is the Magician. You have all the tools. Matter of fact, I think this Knight of Wands has all the tools. You both have all the tools to make this relationship work. I will read on. Let's see what's happening here. The infinity symbol is about knowing and intuition, and I think you know that you both have everything. If you want to make this work, you can. You have the Cup of Love, the Pentacle, the Staff of Fresh Starts and New Beginnings, which we have two right here. This one is flighty. And a Sword of Truth and Clarity. So it's like you feel it. It's right below the Two of Cups. And you know you have this special connection. And you also know, and your intuition is telling you that this can work. So under the King of Wands is the Eight of Pentacles. This is focusing, building, working on security, stability in a relationship. And this is under the King of Wands. I feel like that this, like I say, this Knight of Wands, I think, is changing. I think they're maturing, actually, because they're developing love for you. And I think they're going to be ready and wanting to work on this relationship. And then it's right next to the Queen of Cups. This is water. So this would be Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer that might be strong in your chart or strong around this reading. But more importantly, male or female, they're all male or female. This queen is trying to peek in those little windows. It's the only cup in the deck with a lid on it. And so that means you do have some questions about the love, but it falls under the Knight of Wands. So because of this energy here, I think part of your questions is, are they changing? Is it possible to have a long-lasting relationship and to move forward with this Knight of Wands? To have it, would they be willing to work on this relationship and move it to a next level and, provide some security and stability? You have questions. Well, this Queen of Cups is right next to the Death card. The Death card is under the Magician, next to the Queen of Cups. This is putting the old behind and moving towards the new. It's like the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. Like ringing out the old year, ringing in the new year. So this is the card for Scorpio. Scorpio might be strong in your chart or around this reading. But it looks like you're moving forward with this Knight of Wands energy, which what I see here is actually changing and growing and, evolving into the King of Wands. Let me take out the second half of this reading. See what else we need to know for Libras. Oh, here's Libra. Huh. Okay. Really close to this soulmate card of, friends with love, soulmates. We have the Four of Wands. Again, very divine. You have it's more than just a soulmate connection. This is more powerful. There is union between two people here, lots of joy and happiness. And I feel like when you are together, that's what you feel. You feel that connection. It's wonderful. It's beautiful, and it's hard to replace. Okay, so you do have this very, very, now at first, remember I'm saying this is a normal like soulmate connection, friends with love. Well, it's more than that. And, this could represent some type of commitment and moving forward with love. It starts out here with the Knight of Cups. Right next to the Four of Wands is the Devil card. This is the card for Capricorn. So Capricorn might be strong in your chart someplace or around this reading. But, it's like this is toxic energy. It feels like it's goodbye. I think this Knight of Wands energy is actually leaving the relationship. I really do think that they're changing, they're growing, and it's like being tied to this energy because you were falling in love with this person, and they are falling in love with you, and I think that's what's making them grow up, like growing up, just maturing, looking at things differently. Next to the Devil energy is the Eight of Swords. Yeah, you felt bound, you felt trapped in this relationship because of the love. The love will do that. It's really hard to break away from something that you have love for, okay? So you always could leave this energy. You always could speak up about it. There's swords of truth and clarity all behind you. You can't see them, but the truth and the clarity is all around you. I feel like you're going to be able to set yourself free because I think this devil energy, this toxic energy of the Knight of Wands, is leaving under the Four of Wands, the Nine of Swords. Yeah, you have all the tools to make this relationship work. So do they, though. This is right next to the Knight of Wands. Um, but you've been in your head, and when you spend time alone, it's like every time they run out or whatever, um, you these thoughts of truth and clarity go through your mind. Like, what am I doing? What have I got myself into? Uh, is this ever going to amount to anything? This relationship here, you really want this Four of Wands uh, type of relationship, which is lots of love, you know, and it's very divine. It is that connection, and you don't like losing that connection every time they leave as the Knight of Wands. So you're up in your head. These thoughts of truth and clarity are torturous in your quiet times. And it is about this, because it became toxic. It's right next to the Nine of Wands, this Nine of Swords, and right under the Devil energy. It's like, you were coming to your wits' end on this. You're holding on to a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings, and all these staffs are around. I mean, they've been in and out, and you feel beat up, worn out over this energy. And this is what goes through your head. This is, every time they leave. Because when you're with them, like I say, it's really nice. It's a beautiful relationship when you're with whoever this is, male or female. And so there's a lot of confusion associated with this energy. These are pentacles. This is security and stability. This is like, juggling them. Like one day you're like, yeah, I really think this could work out for us. And the next day you're like, oh, what did I do? I mean, they're gone. I feel low. It's never going to work out. So it's like a roller coaster ride. This Two of Pentacles is right below the Eight of Swords. Feeling trapped. You've been feeling trapped in the state of confusion about this relationship. Under the Nine of Swords, all that, these thoughts, just, their truth and clarity, and you're like, oh, do I really want to be thinking this stuff? Is under that is the Cups. Now, we have the Death card, leaving the old behind, which I think they are. I think they're changing. I think this whole relationship is changing and moving towards the new. And look what the new is. Sunshine and rainbows. This is an equal exchange of love between two people. This is a union of two people. So I feel like you're up in your head because of the beautiful relationship it is when you're together. And I feel like, things are just changing. I think you are going to be together. It's right next to the Empress, which is your card, a card for Libra. It can be a card for Taurus, but this is a Libra reading, and this is going to be you. You have beautiful qualities as a person. You're a beautiful person. You have so much love and generosity and kindness and thoughtfulness and forgiveness. And oh, I could just go on and on with all these great qualities you have as a person. Well, whoever comes into your life has also needs to have a lot of these qualities or it won't work. It seems to me, maybe they didn't realize it before, but I think they do have a lot of those qualities. This Empress is right next to the Nine of Pentacles, right under all this confusion with the Pentacles of being grounded and stable. When you're on your own as the Empress, you are grounded and stable. Okay? You're very secure, you're self-confident. So this is when you're on your own. Now, this Knight of Wands comes in and kind of shakes things up. And that's what's got you in your head. You feel like out of place here. With this Knight of Wands energy, it's really wearing on you. But I do feel like things are changing here. And so your power is who you are. And that's what's attracting them to you. That's what's bringing them into you and bringing this relationship closer together. I am going to take out one more card for this reading. And it's the Five of Swords. And it goes over here. And it goes over. So the Five of Swords This is getting your truth and clarity. This is like every time they leave, you look back and you can't take your mind off of them. Right? It sits right here. That's because they are a soulmate, and there's a special connection there. It's almost like they always leave something for you to remember them by, um, because they're changing, and they might be looking back at you at the same time. I feel like because it is sitting right on the Two of Cups, and it is sitting on the Four of Wands, which is that beautiful connection. It just kind of feels like you both look back at each other when you're not together, and can't take your minds off each other. It seems to me that this relationship that you're getting all worn out about, and really was becoming toxic. I think you're in the process of this whole thing kind of changing and growing and maturing this relationship. There is a huge hope here for the Ten of Cups because it feels like you're both moving towards it. Because I know you both have the tools to make it work if you both want to. And I think you're going to give it a good try here. And I think you might even reach the Ten of Cups. So Libra, this is your reading. Thank you for watching Universal Guidance.